What's going on, guys? Good morning. We are on our way to the yard right now, and we're going to be doing the process of painting my little quarter fenders. Now, I don't know if I talked to you guys about them, but if I didn't, I'm going to go ahead and show you them right now. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about, and I'll give you a before and after of exactly how they look now and how they are going to look. It's probably one of the things that I've been most excited about, other than obviously painting the front bumper. But anyway, with that being said, let's get to it. Alright, so to paint it, we're going to be using a trim and bumper paint. This is normally used for plastics and stuff like that. Most older cars or any trim that you have. This is exactly what I'm going to be using, so we can go ahead and paint that guy right there. So hopefully it comes out as dark as this can, and hopefully it doesn't come out too shiny, and it just gives it that natural black plastic look. For example, like when you buy a new car. So if you want to get this is the code for it, TB101 black. So you can use it for pretty much anything. It doesn't have to be specifically semis, but you can use it for pretty much anything. Alright, so this is a very light coat. Anytime you're painting, guys, especially with a spray can, you always want to give it light coats, and then you slowly start to progress and get darker and heavier with your spray. But I want to show you guys something really fast. You see how it looks dark? And then you come over here, you see the difference? Again, light coats, you can still see not heavy, but you can also see the difference in like that light gray to like that dark. As we go on, it's going to get darker and darker and darker, but we just have to give it light coats. Alright, so if you guys are going to be doing a project like I'm doing with pieces that are about that big and that big, I highly recommend you guys get like 3 or 4 cans. I already went through 2. The first can went hella fast. So the way that these spray, and I always think it's this brand only because other brands that I've messed with don't do this, but this one throws out more air than it does paint, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's on purpose, so like you don't get a lot of runs and stuff, but yeah, they throw out more air, and like the closer you get to the bottom, it's just nothing but air that it's throwing out, and like a very, very light coat of paint. So if you're gonna do a project like this, I highly recommend you get anywhere between 3 to 4 cans, 4 to be safe. And keep in mind, I'm not even doing the back side of that as much or as heavy as I am doing the front side. So that should tell you what you need to know. If you're gonna buy these, buy more than you think you're gonna buy, and they're not cheap, so prepare for your wallet to be hit a little bit. right, guys, so we went ahead and made it back to the yard after we went ahead and painted everything. You guys already seen the before and afters. Obviously, it looks way better now than it did before. Now, I do wish I used a different style of paint now that I'm looking at it. I wish I would have used maybe like a bed liner style of paint. I feel like that would be more aggressive, more tough, especially for the plastic, but it is what it is. As of right now, as you guys can see, I didn't show you guys the process of me removing this because I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to go about it. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna have the right tools and everything that day. So I decided to just take it apart on my own and then show you guys the after. So this is what it currently looks like now, as you guys can see. Let me give you guys a better view. So essentially, this is what it looks like. All right, it looks hilarious because it doesn't have this, right? So I'm gonna show you the other side. The other side, I already went ahead and installed one really quick just to kind of give it a mock-up, just so I can show you the difference of how this looks versus how it looks now. Now, the one thing that I do want to tell you guys is that it looks, one, way better. Two, I need to adjust. See how far this one is and then how far this one is back. Now, this isn't the correct step, all right? The reason why is because these are broken on this side. So what I went ahead and did is I just flipped it the other way where this one had good holes, right? Because this one is broken and damaged. So I went ahead and flipped it over so I can at least give it the proper fitment. And then I'm just gonna slide this one over so that way I can go ahead and kind of just have the same stepping balance. And that way it doesn't feel like it's gonna flop. But if I don't do that today, I'll do that another day. So I'm still indecisive if I wanna do that because right now I have a full step. And if I open it, it's gonna be a little gap and then I could hurt myself. So as of right now, this is how I'm gonna leave it, like this, perfectly lined up. And I also have another bracket that goes down there, which is this one. And it holds the little flaps that go down there. So first things first, let me go ahead and tighten these up really quick, and then I'll go ahead and install the bottom and see how I want to go ahead when it comes to this bottom step. All right, so I ended up breaking 3 of these guys right here. So these are the ones that slide in between here, and then they flip over as such, and then they hold down like this the steps that I go ahead and use on a regular basis. So the ones that were on the bottom are the ones that broke. As you can see, they broke clean off. So I have to get these re-welded, so they have to grind those off and then put new bolts. That's another project. And because of those breaking, this doesn't have a place to actually hold. So right now I put a screwdriver there so it applies pressure so it holds this forward, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use some zip ties where the holes are currently at and then strap it down so at least this holds and doesn't fly anywhere. And then if I take it off, it'll look hideous. So if I can at least zip tie it down and remember not to step on it, I should be fine. I don't use the passenger side that often, so I should be fine. As long as I zip tie it, that won't flap around and I should be good. But I also have to go ahead and go grab a nut for that one. So when I do get the correct steps, I can slide it over and then weld this to it. And then that's the bracket, so you guys can see how far we are off. Look at that. Look how far we're off. Essentially, that's how it's supposed to be. And then the step is that far back, just to make sure that the plastic is held straight. But yeah, incredible. Can't believe I broke 3 of these. I mean, I can believe it because this is a 2017 and these are on the very bottom. That's where all the water hits, all the moisture. So over time, obviously it rusts and it breaks and it gives. So gotta replace those. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in today. I truly do appreciate it.
And if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.